up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So as you can tell by the title and thumbnail of the video, we're going to be talking about Amberlynn Reid. For the few of you guys that might not know who this is, I highly suggest you go to the last video where I talked about her on my channel. It's a couple weeks old. I'll link it down in the description. But basically, Amberlynn is a weight loss YouTuber who started her channel a few years ago, and in the course of the past few years, she has actually gained about 300 pounds, and she weighs at least about 600 pounds now. Again, this video is not about explaining who she is. I have that last video that you can watch if you really are curious. I will say that a couple of my views have changed since then, so if you do go watch that video, just understand that I'm going to explain a little bit more in this video. Now, first off, the reason that I wanted to make this video was because in that first video, I said that if Amberlynn wanted any help, I would be happy to help her. And she actually did end up reaching out to me, and we did end up corresponding and talking a little bit, and I have gotten an unbelievable amount of messages of people asking me what's been going on, because she listened to the advice that I gave her for a little bit, but she's obviously not listening to it anymore. So I just kind of wanted to explain what we talked about. I'm not going to be showing DMs because personally I just feel like that's a little bit slimy. I will explain what we talked about, but again, I want to keep her privacy because that's not mine to just put out there in the world. So when she actually ended up first messaging me, a lot of people were kind of upset because she ended up commenting on one of my Instagram posts. It was actually a memorial post for someone here at the gym that recently passed away. Really sad, actually, that happened. But people were really upset with her for messaging me on that post. And while I do understand where people are coming from, personally for me, it didn't bother me that much because I'm assuming that she just figured I probably get a lot of messages, which I do, and actually me seeing that message on that post was what made it so I was actually able to see her message, because I would not have seen her DM if she didn't do that. Again, I understand why people were upset with her about that, but for me personally, it didn't bother me that much. But again, anybody can have their own opinion on if that's okay or not. Now, when she messaged me on Instagram, she basically was just asking for help. And in my video, I said if she reaches out to me, I will help her, and I'm not going to say that and then not actually do it. So I was 100% willing to give her the help that she needed. Again, like I said in that previous video, if you're not 100% ready yourself, so she's not 100% ready, it doesn't matter how much information I give her because it's not going to solve everything. And that's kind of exactly what happened. But she ended up messaging me, and then I gave her all the information that she needed. So I made her plug in all of her numbers into a TDE calculator to find out how many calories she should be eating to lose weight. Now, this ended up being about, 27 to 3,000 calories, give or take. Again, she's a very, very big person, so that might seem like a lot of calories, but when you're that large, you can eat a good amount of calories and still lose weight. But again, she's very similar with other obese people that I've worked with, because most of the time when you say a number that high, they think, no, I'll just eat less. And that's the battle that I always seem to have with people. But that's kind of the battle that we had. So I gave her a number and she said, well, I think I'm going to eat this much. And again, I'm not her father or anything like that, so I was like, okay, if that's what you want to do, that that's your choice. I'm not gonna sit here and watch you every single day, but I told her what my thoughts were and what I think would be best for her, and then she kind of took it and run with it. Now in the DMs, I was like, I don't need you to say that I'm helping you. I don't need you to promote this. I even told her, I was like, I think it would be best if you didn't say that you were doing this on camera. I said I think it would be best if you just did this for a while, lost some weight, and then came on camera and said, hey you guys, I've been doing this and I've lost this amount of weight. It's working really well. But she decided that she wanted to publicize it right away. Again, I said, like, you really don't have to use my name. I don't care. I'm not doing this to get attention. I'm doing this because I want to help you. But again, she said, I think it would be, I really want to put it out there. And I said, again, I can't control you. So she went ahead and made the video, and that's when so many people came over to the channel and were basically messaging me saying, you need to watch out, you need to be wary of, Amberlynn. There's all these things going on in her past and things like that. And again, I saw that stuff, and then I kind of did a little bit more research. Now, I don't want to get into all the other controversies that she's been through, but again, I definitely did my research, and I realized I did not do enough research on my first initial video. I had no idea everything that's been going on in the background. But again, we're not going to be talking about that. I just want to talk about mainly the weight loss stuff and the diets. So something that she does, not even that just she does. this is very common in dieters, is you start a diet, you get really, really excited. A lot of times you go from 0 to 100, so it's very normal for people to be like, I'm eating really, really bad. This is exactly what I would do. I was eating the normal Western diet, right? Eating anything I wanted, not thinking about what I was eating, and then being like, I need to restrict and I need to eat 1,200 calories and no more soda, no more junk food ever again. I'm never gonna eat another candy bar. And you get really excited because you're like super pumped up at the start, but then eventually that will kind of fall off. And that's something that she has definitely done a bunch of times here on YouTube. And what I've noticed is that she gets really excited about a diet. She tells everybody that she's doing it. People don't believe that she's gonna do it. That probably upsets her a little bit. And then she ends up, you know, kind of falling off. And then she ends up doing a mukbang, which is actually what she just recently put out. That's why I'm making this video. And then the cycle kind of starts over again. And that's exactly what has happened this time. Before we get into what's going on right now and the reason that I'm making this video, I just wanted to say that like our correspondence really ended pretty fast. We talked for maybe about 2 days. It was the first day that I gave her all the information and told her what she should do. And the next day she was, you know, telling me about this chili that she was making and how she was, you know, really excited to keep going. And I was like, that's awesome. And I told her, if you ever have any questions, feel free to message me. And a lot of people were really worried that she was gonna just constantly message me all the time, nonstop, DM every single, you know, 10 minutes. That's definitely not what happened. I have not messaged her. She hasn't messaged me in weeks. So it's not like, a lot of people were really worried for me. I appreciate it, but it really has not been that bad at all. In the first video, I mentioned that I think that losing weight for her is something that she really wants, and I still definitely believe that, but I think I've started to notice that I think what's might be more important, or at least just as important, is making money on YouTube. And there's nothing wrong with making money on YouTube, but when it's coming from you kind of manipulating people and kind of lying about your intentions, that's, you know, not the best thing. Again, that's not the end of the world. It's not that big of a deal. The reason I'm making this video is because I truly believe, and I mean this with as seriously as I can say it, that she is, Amberlynn, you are very close to dying. And that sounds like dramatic, but I truly, truly believe that, and that is very, very real. The reason I've put off making this video for as long as I have is because it's hard to want to make a video about someone that you truly believe is, you know, 1 foot in the grave. But at the same time, I have this platform and I want to, hopefully this will jumpstart you. Hopefully this will at least like show you that there are people out there that genuinely care about you. Because again, like I said, I know there's stuff in the past that's not the best, but that's not enough for me to want to wish death on someone. And I want to see you survive, and I want to see you thrive. Like, that would be the coolest thing, to see you go from all of this just garbage and crap that you're dealing with right now. Again, part of it, a big part of it, stuff that you've put yourself into, right? But to show people that you can get out of that. I think that would be the coolest transformation story I have ever seen. And again, more important than anything else, it would save your life. There are obviously tons of people that are very critical of Amberlynn. Again, a lot of reasons that she completely put on herself, but I just can't get to a point where that's enough for me to want to wish death on someone. Now, is some of the stuff that she's done very, very wrong? Absolutely. Is some of the stuff that she's done not morally right? Absolutely. Does that mean that I want her to eat herself to death and to kill herself for the enjoyment of thousands and thousands of other people? No. The thing with massive weight loss is there is no shortcut, and I think that no matter what she wants to admit, that's what she's searching for. She's searching for something that will help her lose weight fast or easily or quick, and when it comes down to it, that's just not the case. When I lost 180 pounds, there was no secret to it. It was just hard work over years and years and years. It doesn't matter how much weight you lost in a week or in 2 weeks, because when you're that size, you can lose weight super fast at the start. It's about doing something that you can sustain for the rest of your life. And now I think that there's many ways that you can lose weight, but I think that, you know, for most people, it's about being in a caloric deficit, it's about moving around a little bit more, and it's about finding something that you enjoy, whether it's walking, in the gym, anything like that. You know, when you're the size that Amberlynn is, obviously a lot of those things are going to be limited, but finding something that you enjoy that gets you moving, but more importantly, finding a way to get in a caloric deficit that's not too drastic, that is maintainable for a long period of time. And then talking about the mukbang that she uploaded recently with sausage and potatoes and stuff like that, a lot of people were upset about that. Honestly, when you're somebody that's that size, you could probably eat that and still 100% lose weight, because from what I calculated, that plate was anywhere from 1,200 to 1,500. It's really hard to say without knowing exactly the ingredients, but honestly, she could probably eat 2 of those plates a day and still lose weight. Would I recommend that? Absolutely not. And do I understand that her putting that up there wasn't her trying to show her how she's losing weight? It was a way to get people to click on videos and to get people like me to make videos, which, you know, she accomplished her goal there. But I understand why people are annoyed and upset with that fact. But the fact of the matter is that she is definitely somebody that struggles with binge eating disorder and just food issues in general. And that's the thing that's hard to explain to people that have never maybe had food issues, is like, people are just like, I don't understand why she can't just lose weight. I don't understand why she can't just, you know, do this, do that. The thing is like, when you have legit food issues, it's just not that simple. Like when you look at somebody that's, you know, addicted to heroin or something like that, people like us that have never been addicted to heroin or ever even tried it, you're like, I don't understand, just get off of it. But to that person, it's not that simple. Again, am I trying to make an excuse for her? No, absolutely not. I was somebody that was in her exact same spot. Maybe not as big, but I was definitely 100% willing to be dead before 40 because I felt like I could not lose weight and there was no use in even trying. Every time I would feel a pain in my chest, I was scared I was about to have a heart attack and die. Every time, like, I was afraid of being alone in my house because I was like, if I have a heart attack, nobody will be here. So I've been there. I know what it feels like to feel like you're so far gone that, like, what's the point? I might as well eat and just enjoy my life. But the fact that she has so many people, and again, I understand that a lot of those people are people that are not rooting for her, but there are some people that really do want to see her lose weight. And I am truly one of those people, because I would love to see that happen. I would love to see her not die. I know that sounds silly, but I mean, I don't want to see somebody die on YouTube. That's not something that I'm interested in at all. Now, to end this video, I just want to say to Amberlynn, because I'm sure you're going to see this, please understand how serious the situation you are in is. I understand that, you know, making money is important. I understand that YouTube is important. I understand that it's fun to rile up the haters. I understand that it's a good time to be able to, you know, get a reaction out of so many people. And, you know, that's fine and dandy, but at the end of the day, you are very close to dying, and I don't want that to happen. And I know there's other people that don't want that to happen as well. And it might seem like there isn't. It might seem like everyone that says stuff about you is just doesn't actually care about you. But I can say, at least from me, I don't want to see you die, and I want to see you survive. So hopefully this video will at least let you know there's one person out there that isn't rooting for your death. But there you guys go, that's gonna be the video. Definitely a little bit more serious than I anticipated it to be, but this is a serious thing, and you know, this is somebody's life that's on the line, and I don't obviously take that lightly. So I just wanna say thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to hear your opinions. Again, I wanna make it very, very clear, this is not a hate video, so please don't go to her channel and leave mean comments. I mean, that's already happening more than it needs to anyways, so just, you know, if you wanna say anything, leave it here in the video. You don't need to go over to her channel and leave more hate or anything like that. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching the video if you made it this far. Thank you very much. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. There was one other thing that I wanted to say. Oh yeah, look up if I am. One day I will learn not to try and pop my pimples on my face, but that day is not today.
Obey the warning signs, and when there are flashing lights or wigwags, don't attempt to cross until they come to a complete stop.